Hello everyone, Colonel Wisdom back again. I decided to come back in here because I listened to my previous video in playback, and while I was satisfied with the point I was trying to get across, and I think for the most part I succeeded in the primary point I was trying to get across, and I know I confused a couple of my subscribers, so I'm just going to go ahead and say the name. When I was defending Delu Comedy, or otherwise known as Delu Music, when I was defending him because he decided to introduce a non-black YouTuber to his opponent, and that non-black YouTuber happened to be very popular. Now, in my opinion, as I was saying, I don't think it matters the color of the person who we brought in. The fact is, he used his logic and reasoning and understood his opponent's weakness, and he realized that that against a popular YouTuber with a huge following, regardless of the person's color, even though this person happened to be white, that his opponent could not debate civilly and cannot debate effectively, and that would come back and bite him. But anyway, that's not why I came back in here. I wanted to elaborate on what I said towards the end of the video when I was going on a diatribe of sorts, when I was talking about all of these reformed hoes and reformed thugs, and people who used to engage in deviant behavior are now all over the net and just getting praised and paid for their opinion. I think how I came off when I was talking about that, I think I came off as somebody who was saying that if a person made mistakes in life, then they shouldn't have a voice, and they shouldn't have influence, and they shouldn't get paid for their opinion. And that's not what I was trying to get across. I think maybe if some people initially listened to it, that was the initial impression, and that's not what I meant at all. If someone made several life mistakes and they turn their life around and they're doing good for themselves, and they just so happen to be getting paid for expressing their opinions, that's great. I'm happy for them. Is just that it's more to it than that. The particular people that I was describing as the reformed thugs and reformed hoes, and it's more than two people, by the way, because I've been noticing this in the black blogosphere. So it's not just the two people I was talking about, but as I was saying, it just seems to be this overabundance of these adults who are 30 plus years old or 35 plus years old who've engaged in deviant behavior, and then they just want to throw stones in glass houses. That's the kind of stuff I can't stand. And these people have massive egos on top of their circumstances. These people manage to have massive egos, and they don't know how to debate civilly, and they have these God complexes. That's what I was talking about. Now, a prime example of the opposite of that, of a person who has made life mistakes and turned their life around, someone who I respect, would be Tariq Nasheed. Now, keep in mind, I don't buy any Tariq Nasheed stuff. I don't follow him like that, and I don't call into radio shows because, as I said, that's just not what I do. I don't care about stuff like that. It's not that deep. If I happen to find some commentary on YouTube or another site and I enjoy it, I'll listen to it, and I might comment on the forum. I don't follow radio programs. That's not what I do. But Tariq Nasheed is a person who is competent and who definitely has pride in himself, but he does not have a God complex, and he is not rude to people who attempt to refute him civilly, or who question him or challenge him. And a prime example is the link in my description box, that very popular video. Was it a video? Yeah, it was a video. But that very popular video where he was refuting You Heard Me First Time after she challenged his opinion. That was a very respectful video, and it was a very well done video. him expressing his opinion. Now, as I said, I don't know much about Tariq Nasheed's background or anything. I think I've read somewhere that he was once an ex-con. So again, don't flag this for slander. I don't really know. I'm just going on hearsay. You guys can feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, because I tried to Google it and I wasn't getting anything, so I didn't feel like it, at the time. But I believe I read somewhere that he is in fact an ex-con, or if not an ex-con, then somebody who served prison time, or somebody who did illegal activities. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, he is somebody who doesn't have a God complex, who doesn't have a superiority or condescending issue, or act like he's better than anybody else. That's the main thing I have a problem with. But getting back to the whole my zero tolerance for black people and deviancy thing, I've noticed it like all of my life that a lot of us have a problem with, how do I put this? I think a lot of us have a problem with like emotions, discipline, and debauchery, like that trifecta of issues, that trifecta of like things that self-inflict our issues. Because I know some of our issues are due to racism from outsiders. I'm not saying that that doesn't happen or that that's not a factor, but I'm just focusing on the excuse me, I can't talk. I'm focusing on the self-inflicted problems, and our self-inflicted problems in our community seem to come from those three things: refusal to control emotions, lack of discipline, and promotion of debauchery. And it seems as though it's promoted, that thing is so rampant in our community that when there's a black person who doesn't follow that mindset, if there's a black person who thinks for themselves and they want to be a productive citizen, and they want to keep poison out of their body and keep drama out of their life, and they try their best to do that, this person is often ostracized or often criticized, like, well, what's wrong with you, or are you acting right, or do you think you're better? It's like if you don't have some type of dysfunction going on with you, then it's like you're not a real black person. And a lot of us internalize that, so we try to go out of our way to find dysfunction and chaos and misery, and that's the main reason why I get so irritated when we're quick to put certain bloggers on pedestals, even though that not only are they arrogant, but they also have engaged in deviant behavior. And I feel like, if our community was in a better shape, I wouldn't be like so, dare I say, judgmental about it. But I just think it's getting out of hand at this point. When if I could go under a video and I could see a rocket scientist say something like yeah, everybody has a record like this because of stupid bitches like you. When I see nonsense like that, saying yeah, everybody has a record because they made me mad, so I decided to physically assault them because I'm justified. When I see that kind of stupidity and nobody checks it, that's a problem. That's a huge problem. That's why I said I'm not going to praise mediocrity or deviant behavior, and I'm not going to endorse it financially or socially, online or offline. And that's all I gotta say. But as I said, if somebody made life mistakes, and they've decided to get their life back on track, and they share wisdom civilly, and they share enlightening things civilly, and they refute arguments, effectively and with class, I can respect that. But I'm like but I'm not seeing that in the majority of the black blogosphere. And That's all I wanted to elaborate on. I'm not saying that if a person made mistakes in life that their argument isn't valid. I'm just saying, have a little bit of humility. Okay, and I hope I got my point across. Okay, Carl was in doubt. See you later.